Yo, what's up, Freeze Army? Welcome to another elusive target video. This is for the Bookkeeper. We're going to be doing Sniper Assassin for this one. I've never sniped an elusive target once, and now I've got the two walkthroughs out of the way. We can do a little bit of a showcase of this one. So I'm going to bring along my coin, my lockpick, and obviously my Silke 300. Unfortunately, I didn't have the advanced unlocked on this account, so I'm just going to have to deal with the basic Silke 300. So, yeah, like I said, I've never actually sniped an elusive target, so I wanted to do it for this one, and I feel this is what 47 would actually do in regards to this particular elusive target. Now, I'm not sure if it's possible to take out the target with fiber wire only, but I'm assuming if this was real life, I believe that 47 would snipe the target. It seemed more professional to me than any stupid explosion kill. I mean, it's pretty much the only way to kill him to get Silent Assassin rating, which is really sad, and it's one of the reasons why it's probably one of the worst elusive targets that we've had so far, because there's no room for creativity, because explosion accident kill is pretty much the only way to kill the target if you want the Silent Assassin rating, which is, yeah, it's not something I like. I like to have the freedom to have many options of taking out all these targets. So I'm going to be doing a Sniper Assassin. I mean, obviously we're not going to get a Silent Assassin for this because the body's going to be found, the crime's going to be noticed, but at least we'll have no evidence and stuff like that. We won't ever get spotted committing the crime itself, but the body obviously will be found. But that's how Sniper Assassin is. No, there isn't an achievement for this, but like I said, it's more of a showcase than anything else. It's not a walkthrough. But it's just something that I've always wanted to do, and I can finally get around to doing it because there's not a lot else I can do for this particular elusive target. Now, what we're actually doing at this point is Ezra Berg is meeting up with Penelope Graves right now in front of the lawnmower. They're having a conversation. We need to get in the house. I'm going to grab the ledger first, and the reason why I'm grabbing the ledger first is because there is an exit right next to where the water tower is. And we're going to grab that. We're going to take that exit as soon as we snipe the target at the end. So it's always probably best to grab the ledger first on this particular run, because if we took out the target, everyone's going to be in panic mode and all that kind of stuff, and it will be a lot more difficult, I think. And again, it's something that I believe 47 would do as well. He'd take out the target last just to get out of there faster. So Penelope Graves now finished a conversation with Ezra Berg, and she's coming over to this area now, and we're just going to wait for our guards to move up a little bit before we go into the house. If we went any earlier, then we would have been spotted by Ezra Berg or all their soldiers. Because I've got the gun out like I have here, they would have instantly spotted me, so we have to be super careful here. Also, the reason why I haven't got the sniper on my back is I think it looks a little bit goofy. And I always like 47 to hold the sniper rifle in his hand because it looks more better, in my opinion. So once we come into this room here, obviously we've been spotted by a camera, so we need to take out the evidence. And because I didn't want to, I wanted to remain to be professional. I didn't want to knock out the guard either, and I didn't want to shoot the evidence because I don't want to leave any bullet holes or anything like that. So I tried to, be as clean as possible during this run and tried to be more traditional and professional. So I wanted to take out the evidence more manually, so I created a distraction for this guard in the other room, and I took out the evidence manually, and that's when we're going to go upstairs and grab the ledger. But to do that we need to wait for this conversation to finish first. Can go on for a while, which is kind of annoying, but that's what it's all about, stealth and professionalism and patience. That's what it's all about. So now they've finished their conversation, we can create the distraction. So I'll just throw a coin in the corner of the room. I couldn't actually figure out another way to get around doing this. I didn't really want to throw the coin, but unfortunately that's how I did it. But we're good to go. We destroyed the evidence right here. Nobody was harmed, nobody was suspicious of anything. So now we need to get up the stairs. Now I know there's a patrolling guard going around the landing on the top, so I couldn't actually see him on instinct. I didn't know where he was, and I think he's in the back room where they're playing video games. And yeah, there he is. So we're just going to wait for him to come back around the landing before we go up the stairs, because there's no point going up there now. I mean, we could risk it if we wanted to, but it's probably not worth it. We're coming all this far just to ruin it now. So we're just going to hide in this room for now and wait for him to come back around the landing, and then we're going to go up the stairs. Also making sure that I've got my sniper in my hands. I don't like having it on my back, I just don't like it. Normal guns is fine, but the sniper rifle on your back, it just looks a bit silly. I mean, how is it stuck on his back? It's like it's super glued on his back or something. So now the guard's in position, we can crouch run all the way up the stairs and get into this room here with the lockpick. Also now there's an enforcer in here, so I need to watch out for him. But he's just switched his position now, so I've got the time to go and grab this. Should have no problems. So once we grab the ledger, we can get out of there and try and take out the target. At this point I was contemplating going around the left and sneaking behind the guard, but again, it's not worth the risk. There's no point me rushing it. I'm just going to wait patiently, wait for him to go past, and then we're going to go back down the stairs. That's where mistakes usually come from, is when you're trying to rush things, when you're trying to do things a little bit faster, when it's completely unnecessary. It will save like half a second or a second or two. It doesn't matter. I need to, get into that more mentality a lot more, because I tend to make a lot more mistakes when you try to rush things. I mean, that's from my experience, that's what happens with me. So I try to take it. I'm going to try and take it a more slower from now on when it goes in regards to doing things, because there's no need to rush anything at all. It's gonna if, say for example, you've gotten this far and you've rushed a little bit of this mission here, and just to save a couple of seconds, and you've got spotted and you've just wasted 8 minutes getting back to the same point. What is the point? You may as well just wait that extra couple of seconds and then carried on. So just like this right here, we could have risked it and gone up the stairs, and we probably wouldn't have got noticed if we was fast enough. But I thought you may as well be patient here and just wait for them to move positions. One thing I don't like though is when we get close enough, some of these people, they start the conversations, and because they start the conversations, they end up dragging it on a little bit, and they take a longer time to actually move. Because usually these two guards aren't together like this, but it's only because he started talking. But as soon as he moves, we're now good to go up the stairs. He's going to be at the top of the stairway. We can sneak behind him, and then we can go up the water tower and snipe the target from up there. A couple of times practicing this, the target has been in different locations every time. I mean, in my first attempt at this, I was looking around the map for a good 3 minutes or so before I found him. But luckily, the first attempt of this one, we found him straight away. So we're just going to snipe him right there, and then head straight out the exit. Watching out for the guards that are on the roof down here below. Wait for everyone to have the back to us, and then we can slide down the ladder and head to the exit. I kind of wish that you'd get Silent Assassin for a sniper, because it would encourage people to use the sniper a lot more. I can understand if I can understand people if they did make it Silent Assassin, it would be overpowered. But then again, it's a part of the tradition of Hitman. The sniper's always been around, and people always want to use it. But unfortunately, because you don't get the Silent Assassin for it, people just don't tend to use it anymore, which is a shame, because I like sniping. But we've completed the challenge now, so we won't get, like I said, we won't get a Silent Assassin because we got no notice kills or nobody's found bonus taken away from us. But that's going to do it for this video. So feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.